Okay. Yes. This is for mains, even for KPSC mains or UPSC mains, related to different method of sustainable agriculture method. Okay, for sustainable methods of agriculture, this is one of the method. Yavado micro irrigation ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, dip irrigation ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, and also this is one method like hydroponic units, means using of the water instead of the soil. Vertical farming ಈ ತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ, instead of using the soil, using water. Okay na, and also nutrients transfer to the through water itself. This is one of the mechanism for the growing of the plants. Okay, mainly horticulture purpose. Okay, this is highly suitable for the horticulture purpose. So this is important for mains. For prelims, not that much important. For mains, it is important. Even for both UPSC and KPSC. In KPSC, paper 3, section 2, agriculture science is there. In agriculture science, so this is also one of the way of agriculture ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, horticulture purpose ಗೆ. So that's why what are all the highlighted ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು you have to make a notes for mains. Okay, it is not required, that much not required for the prelims. Okay na, for KPSC mains. And also you can expect for UPSC also you can give this one. Okay, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ what are all the advantages, so what are all the challenges. Because this advantage andre means ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ by using for horticulture purpose, means in wherever the land is not available. Okay, for example in urban areas. Okay, in urban areas on top of the building itself you can use this hydroponic as a method of making method of for agriculture purpose, this horticulture crops. Okay na, so and also for vegetables, means fruits. So ಇದೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಇದು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ this is very very suitable for that one. And also if you are using vertical farming, okay, you can produce in this area, limited area itself, you can produce more crops. Okay na, and in coming to limitation, this is initial cost is very very high. That is the main limitation. Okay, so likewise you can write an answer. Okay na, so that's why make a points for mains. Got it? For KPSC and UPSC in agriculture, sustainable agriculture, this is required. Got it? Okay, this is for KPSC, not for UPSC. Okay, fact, no need to make any addition, just to take a facts. Okay na, aita, for KPSC prelims, not for UPSC. Okay, ಯಾರಿದು Vivo? Who is this Vivo? ಯಾರಿದು Vivo? Vivo ಆಡಿಯೋನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರೋದು. ಅದೇ ವರಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಆಡಿಯೋನೇ ಇಲ್ಲದ ಬರೀ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಯಾರಿದು Vivo? Vivo, who is this Vivo?
ಸುವರ್ಣ ಸರ್.
ಹೆಸರಾಕಮ್ಮ, ಮತ್ತೆ ವಿವೋ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೇನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ? Sure. Okay. This is also for KPSC prelims. Only facts is enough. Okay. No other extra information required. ಏನ highlight ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ, that fact is enough just to make a note. Okay na? Got it? No other addition is required. Only that name and what is this position is enough for KPSC prelims. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರ ಮೊನ್ನೆದೆಲ್ಲ? ಹಾ, ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇದು ಹೇಗಿದ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. This is also for KPSC prelims. Okay na? He is the first voter of independent India. He is the first voter of independent India. His name is enough. Okay na? And also he was the brand ambassador for the Himachal Pradesh Election Commission. Okay na? His name is more than enough. Sham Sharan Negi. Okay na? For KPSC prelims. Okay. This is for this is for both KPSC and UPSC. Okay. So NRI, who are NRI? NRI. ನಾನ್ ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಸಿಯಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ಸ್. ಗೊತ್ತು ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು. ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದಿರೋರ್ನ ಆಂಗ್ಲೋ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ಸ್, ಇನ್ನ ಆಂಗ್ಲೋ ಅಮೆರಿಕನ್,
ಒರಿಜಿನಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ಸ್, ದೇ ಆರ್
ಅಮೆರಿಕೋ ಆಂಗ್ಲ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ.
ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಸೆಟಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ.
ಓಕೆನಾ? NRI means if you are traveling to some other country for any work purpose or any other reasons, you are not residing in India, still you are citizen of India, but not residing in India. For example, ಇವಾಗ ಆನ್ ಸೈಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, those who are travel to on site for work purpose, okay, they are considered as NRI. Means they are citizens of India, but they are not residing in India. Okay na? Okay. So for them, they are also having the voting rights. Okay na? So they are also having the voting rights. But the thing is, means initially means before 20. Okay, before 2014, before 2010, they were not eligible for making for voting. Okay na? But in 2010 they have amended the central government has amended the Representative of People Act. Okay na? So after amendment ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, this amendment has given the rights to voting rights for the NRIs also, but with one condition, they doesn't have any proxy voting, okay, or any postal ballot voting. They should be appear in personal and they have to make a vote. ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಏನೈತೆ? ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರೇನು ವೋಟಿಂಗ್ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡೋದೇನು, ನಾನ್ ಬಂದು ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು ತಾನೆ. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ರೀಸನ್ ದಿ ಟರ್ನ್ ಓವರ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಯಾವ್ದೋ NRIs ವೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಟರ್ನ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೆಸರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ recently the election commission of India has recommended to the central government, instead of in presence, make them to vote through postal ballot or electronic voting. Okay na. So at present postal ballot or electronic voting is available to the those who are working in service like military service or police service, and also they are working in election purpose. From those person can vote under the electron voting or postal ballot. Okay na. For the NRIs it is not given. Okay, so in order to give the voting through postal ballot or electronic system, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, election commission has recommended to the central government to make a proper amendment in the RPA Act and give this provision for the NRIs. Okay na. So this article is about that one. ಓಕೆನಾ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನೇನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೈಲೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನಿದೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ RPA Act ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಬ್ರಾಡ್ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಎಸ್ ದಿ NRI ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಅಂಡರ್ ದಿ RPA Act 2010, those who are staying beyond 6 months they are considered as a NRI. And also this amendment, RPA amendment 2010 has given the voting rights to these NRIs. ಓಕೆನಾ. ಹೌದು,
ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ರೋಪಾ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ 6 months ಅಂತ, ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಟೈಮ್.
ಸೊ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲಾ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲಾ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ನಾಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ some other purpose, some other, like if you comes under any economic loss, that is different. Comes under this law, this is different. Okay na, got it. So then electronically transferred postal ballot involves the NRI voter should ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ after registering means election commission has recommended this mechanism, means after registering their name. Okay na, election commission will give the one link, it will send the link to that registered email ID, and also it will give OTP. Okay, those who are after opening that link, they have to enter the OTP, and also with that OTP they can make a they can download the printer. ಯಾವ್ದು ಆ ಪೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಬಾಲೋಟ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಪೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಪೇಪರ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಬಾಲೋಟ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಎ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಬಾಲೋಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ vote select the overall the candidate required, and also that ballot after taking the print, after making their, after enforcing, after their making the vote, they can either send it back to the election commission through post, or they can drop the that voted ballot into the foreign countries ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಬಸಿ ಇರತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಎಂಬಸಿ ಇರತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಎಂಬಸಿ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್, ದ ವೋಟರ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್. ಓಕೆನಾ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಒನ್ ಮೆಕಾನಿಸಮ್ ರೆಕಮೆಂಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ದಿ NRI. ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್. ಸೊ ಅಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ it is not in the process, but this one is recommended by the election commission to the central government. Why? Because it has to come through the proper legislative mechanism. It is not a executive, or election commission is not a authority to give the rights to NRIs, because it is the legislative process. That's why it is come through the as per legislative mechanism only, through parliamentary acts. Okay na, got it. Which act? Through RPA Act. Got it. Any doubt in this? Okay na, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, what is postal ballot, who are all under working under the this one ಯಾವುದು postal ballot system ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಇವಾಗ ಇದಿರೋದು. ಓಕೆ, and also who are having the proxy voting system. Okay na, all this comes under prelims. Okay, for mains electoral reform, for the electoral reform, this is also one of the method point for the electoral reform. Okay na, giving voting rights to the NRIs is one of the electoral reform, and also through this proxy voting or electronic system, electronically transfer postal ballot system means they will transfer the one postal ballot to the registered mail ID, and in order if you open that link or postal ballot, you have to enter the OTP. Okay, na? That OTP will be generated by the system. Okay, one in a registered number. Okay, now mobile number through the registered number, you will get the OTP number. After entering the OTP number, you can download that postal ballot, and also you can make a vote. And after making the vote, you have to send it back through post. Okay, na, to the election commission. Okay, na, to the election commission in the sense to the returning office. Okay, na, yakandre particular constituency, each and every constituency has the returning office. Okay, you have to send that voted ballot into the returning office. Okay, na. So, ido one mechanism. Otherwise, proxy voting. Proxy voting means instead of me, someone will voting behalf of me. Okay, na. So I am authorizing some other person. Why? Because I am not available to make a vote in presence. So instead of me, I am authorizing some other person to vote behalf of me. That is called proxy voting. Okay, na. These the electronically transferred postal ballot and proxy voting is not available to each and everyone. It is available to only service voter. Who are all the service voter that is required? Okay, na. Service voter andre eno, yeah, electronically postal ballot and proxy voting andre eno, which law is need to amend. These are all comes under the prelims. Got it? And for the mains, electoral reform. What are all the electoral reform required? Okay, this is also important for the electoral reform. Okay, na? But it is some opposition parties are opposing this one. Why? Because it is not like if there is the influence of some other matter, it is not genuine voting. There won't be any free voting. Okay, na? So it may biased by some other thing. It may influence some other manner. That's why it is not a free. It is not like a free and fair voting. There won't be any free and fair voting. And but election commission means some other parties oppose ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ till it is not taken into the debate. Okay, na? Got it? This is for both prelims and mains. Prelims what are overall service voter, vertically transferred postal ballot, and what is proxy voting, and what is the definition of NRI under RPA Act. This is for prelims. And for mains, electoral reform. What under electoral reform? This is also one of the point required for the yes, that's it. From 6th come to 7th. Okay, the recently Raman Research Institute has celebrated its golden jubilee. Sorry, platinum jubilee means 75 years. Okay, na? So this is required for KPSC, not for UPSC. Okay, it was established by C.V. Raman. Who is C.V. Raman? Papa, yen answer ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು scientist ಗೊತ್ತು. Who is Pranam andre is a boy. ಅಷ್ಟೇನಾ? C.V. Raman. Why C.V. Raman is important in our scientific Indian science history? Raman effect. Okay, what is Raman effect? Okay, ಏನು ಯಾವ್ದದು? Sky is blue. ಏನ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ರಿಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತದು? Scattering of light ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? Yes, given the scattering of light. Okay, na? That's why he is very for that purpose. Yes, received Nobel Prize also. Okay, and in 1948 yes opened ಯಾವುದು Roman Research Institute. Okay na, got it? Celebrate ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅದು. Okay, any doubt in this? This is for KPSC prelims, not for UPSC. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮುಗಿಯೋ ತನಕ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಿಂದ ಬರೀ ಇವೇ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಪಾಲಿಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ದೇ. ಸೊ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಿಂದ ಏನ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಏನ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, so this is one of the species, means this is not important for KPSC, that much is not important. For UPSC it is required. Okay, so it is comes under environment and ecology. Okay na, so recently some researchers, environmentalist has identified yadana one of the bee species. Bee species is endemic to Western Ghats. Okay na, ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಘಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಮಿಳುನಾಡು, ಕೇರಳ ಅಂಡ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ, ಈ ರೀಸನ್ ಗೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಂಡೆಮಿಕ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ನ್ಯೂ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈಡ್ ಆರ್ discovered in India after 200 years. Okay na, so for you it is recently which of the after 200 years in which of the following reason recently black bee species has been discovered? Western Ghats region, Andaman and Nicobar region, Eastern Ghats region ಇದು ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ? UPSC prelims ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Got it? ಅದು ಹೆಸರು ಪಿಸ್ ಕರೆಂಜೋದ್ಯಾನ್, ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಅನಿಬಿ, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸಾಕು ನಮ್ಗೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ ಓಕೆನಾ, ಸೊ ನೀವು
ಬ್ಲಾಂಕ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್, ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶೇರ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ.
ಆಗಿಲ್ವಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ಇವಾಗ ಇವಾಗ ಆಗಿದ್ಯಾ? ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ. ಇಲ್ಲ, ವಿಡಿಯೋ ತೋರ್ಸ ಇದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ, ಇದೇ ಕಾಣಿಸತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಪೇಪರ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಇನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶೇರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಈಗ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಶೇರ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶೇರ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ?
ಈಗ ಇವಾಗ ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್.
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶೇರ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ವಾ? ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಸರ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಸರ್, ಈಗ ಮಧ್ಯ 1-2 minutes.
ಅದು ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅದು. ಓಕೆ, ಎಸ್. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು, ಈ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ, ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಂಡಿಮಿಕ್ ಟು ವಿಚ್ ರೀಸನ್. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಘಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನೀಲಗಿರಿ, ಸದರ್ನ್ ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಘಟ್ಸ್ ಕವರಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೋವಾ, ತಮಿಳುನಾಡು, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, ಈ ರೀಸನ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎನಫ್. Radio medial index, what is radio medial index? For science it is required. Okay, for UPSC if they have to make a notes, okay, on this radio medial index they have identified this species. Okay na, so that's why it is required. Okay, so idರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು recent ಆಗಿ place endemic to which reason, okay, and where it is discovered and which methodology. Okay na, why it is important means after 200 years, so ivaga idu new species discover ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ it is required. Okay na, for UPSC, not for KPSC. ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ತಾಂಜಾನಿಯಾ ಲೇಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಕ್ರಾಶ್ ಆಗಿ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 20 members has been died. Okay, na. So nimge where is Tanzania lake? Tanzania dallide, but ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು surrounding ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದು ವಿಕ್ಟೋರಿಯಾ ಲೇಕ್, ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ವಿಕ್ಟೋರಿಯಾ ಲೇಕ್, ಇದು ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ತಾಂಜೇನಿಯಾ ಲೇಕ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ಇದು ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಕೋಡ್?
ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫುಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ
Okay, uniform civil code. Okay, which article? Article 43 na. Which article? Uniform civil code comes under which article of the constitution? 43, 44 ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ಬರುತ್ತಾ?
44.
Yes, under article 44. Okay na. So what is the difference between DPSP and fundamental rights?
Fundamental rights is enforceable in the court, sir.
Okay.
We can approach Supreme Court if our fundamental rights.
Okay.
It will tell what state should not.
Okay.
DPSP.
DPSP is suggestion in nature.
Total enforceable ಅಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಹೊಸ ಲಾ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ DPSP ನ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
Okay. So DPSP and fundamental rights, so these two are the basic structure of the constitution. Okay na? But difference is DPSP is basic to the government. Fundamental rights is for the citizens. Suppose DPSP suppose social welfare scheme ಆಯ್ತಾ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ವೆಲ್ಫೇರ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ಹೋಗಿ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯು ಕಾಂಟ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್. ಬಟ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ರೈಟ್ಸ್, ಇಫ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ವೈಲೇಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ rights, okay na, you can approach directly the higher court, either high court or Supreme Court. Okay na. So under DPSP many articles or many topics are there. Under this uniform civil code is also one of the topic. Okay na. So this comes under the article 44 of the constitution as given the uniform civil code. Okay na. This uniform civil code, it is the duty of the, it shall be the duty of the state government to implement the uniform civil code. Uniform civil code means in any country there are two types of law. One is criminal law and civil law.
Civil.
So in India, criminal law is having the uniformity. Okay, CRPC, IPC. Okay, wherever you go, IPC section 420 is 420 and the fraud adu aita. But state is having the different IPC law. But in the national ಹೋದ್ರೆ each and every state is having the same IPC section. Okay na. So likewise, whereas in civil matter ಅಲ್ಲಿ this type of uniformity is not available. Why? Because each and every each and every religion having their own customary laws, own civil laws. For example, Hindus ಬಂದ್ರೆ Hindus ಅಲ್ಲಿ some other laws ಇದೆ. Okay na.
Hindu Marriage Act.
Hindu Marriage Act, now they have brought under one law. Okay na. So that's why it is having the law. But going to some other, okay, so some other religion, if you go to the Christianity, okay, if you go to ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಸ್ಲಾಮಿಸಮ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಏನೋ ಶರಿಯಾ ಲಾ. ಇನ್ನು ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ Christian having a separate law. How means because in Christian one particular community means 130 particular type of Catholic or Protestant, I don't know. So ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, registering under marriage act ಅಲ್ಲಿ is not important, but they have to register under church. Then only that marriage is considered as the legal. Otherwise marriage is not illegal. But in Hindu Marriage Act means they have to register under the Hindu Marriage Act. Okay na. So ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ marriage, if you marry at any temples, okay, or under any tree, but in order to make it legally you have to register under Hindu Marriage Act. Okay na. So for other religious, if you go for the Islamic, only Shariat law is important. If you go to Christianity, they have to register in churches. So likewise, different religions having the different civil laws. And not only that, if you come to the divorce, so in Shariat law, only triple talaq is the legal. But for us, Hindus ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, they have to go through proper mechanism. Legal way ನೇ ಅದು ಇದ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ನನ್ಗೆ ಎಂಟಿ ಬೇಡ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅದೇನು ಡಿವೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ತಲಾಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3 times. ಆದ್ರೂ ಆ 3 times ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ ಒನ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ಆಸ್ ಪರ್ ಶರಿಯತ್ ಲಾ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ಇನ್ 3 months ವಿತ್ ಎ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್. ಒಂದೇ ಸಲ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ತಲಾಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಲೈಕ್ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸ್ಕೊಳಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಇದೊಂದು ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಮತ್ತೆ ರೀಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್, ಓಕೆ, ರೀಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್, ಪಾಲಿಗಮಿ, ಓಕೆ, ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, different laws having the different religious having the different laws. Okay na. So in order to make it uniform civil code is required. Okay na. Under uniform civil code now at present ಏನide Hindus having the legal law. Okay na. Likewise other communities, other religions will also come under the legal provision. Okay na. So it is making the uniformity means and also not only that, giving the rights to the women. Okay na, ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ರೈಟ್ಸ್. ವೇರಸ್ ಇನ್ ಹಿಂದೂ ಲಾ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ರೈಟ್ ಲೀಗಲ್ ಇದಾಗತ್ತೆ. ವೇರಸ್ ಇನ್ ಶರಿಯತ್ ಲಾ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ರೈಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಇನ್ ಲೀಗಲ್ ಪ್ರಾವಿಷನ್. ಓಕೆನಾ. ಲೈಕ್ ವೈಸ್ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಚ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ದಿ ಡಿಪ್ರೆಸ್ಡ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ವುಮೆನ್, ಚೈಲ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆನಾ. ದಿಸ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಇವಾಗ ಏನ್ಕೆ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಗುಜರಾತ್, ಹಿಮಾಚಲ್ ಪ್ರದೇಶ ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಕೋಡ್. ಒನ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟೆಡ್, ನೋ ಸಿವಿಲ್, ನೋ ಕೋಡ್. ಓಕೆನಾ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಅಸ್ ನೌ, even though that is the election gimmick, for us it is required for examination purpose. Okay na. For prelims in KPSC they will directly ask an article, that's it, not more than that. Which article is about uniform civil code. Okay na. That is, but for UPSC they might ask in depth what is the meaning, or they will give 2-3 provision. These are comes under civil or criminal provision. Okay na. So
what are the implications of implementing uniform civil code in present?
Okay, yes, ಆ ರೀತಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ನಡೀತು, ಹಿಜಾಬ್. ಓಕೆನಾ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಕೋಡ್, ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದಿ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮಿಟಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ KPSC and UPSC. They have already asked last year itself for mains, and it doesn't mean they won't ask in future also. Okay, they will ask. Okay, so that's why it is important. And for KPSC you can expect this topic in the form of essay or paper 2 section 2. Okay na. Either essay or question.
So ಇವಾಗ ಇರೋ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಲಾ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಗೋವಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಗೋವಾ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಗೋವಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೇ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿಲಿಜನ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡೋದು.
ಎಲ್ಲಾ ರಿಲಿಜನ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡೋದು ನೋ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಸರ್ಟೈನ್ ಇದಕ್ಕಿರೋದು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇವನ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಲಾ, ಯಾವ್ದು ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಕೋಡ್, ಬಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹಿಂದೂಸ್ ಇದೆ, ನಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅದರ್ ರಿಲಿಜನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆನಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಎಸ್, ದಿಸ್ is about that one. So you have to go through this article, make a proper notes. Why? Because this is important for both prelims, KPSC, and also for KPSC, both for GSO and SA. That's why it is important. In this article it has given some example which state is having, and with judgment, some judgment. For example, ಇತ್ರದು ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಲೈಕ್ ಟ್ರಿಪಲ್ ತಲಾಕ್. Yes, not only polygamy, that triple talaq comes under uniform civil code. Okay, you will get to different examples. And also first time ಗೋವಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಗೋವಾ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪೋರ್ಚುಗೀಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಚ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಲೈನ್ಡ್. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ಓಕೆ, ಲಾ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್, ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದಿಸ್, ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ ಸಮ್ ಅದರ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆನಾ?
20th law commission ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, 20th law commission will take care of uniform.
ಓಕೆನಾ? ಅದೊಂದು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇವನ್ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಜಡ್ಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ದಿ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಅನ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ನೋಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಇಫ್ ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್, ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಪ್ರಾವಿಷನ್ ಇದು ಬಂತ, ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಮಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹಿಯರ್ some while in constituent assembly why uniform civil code is required, why it is not required ಅನ್ನೋ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ KM ಮುನ್ಷಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇವರು ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ವೈ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ದಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಟು ದಿ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಯು ವೈಲ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಗಳು ತುಂಬಾ ಸಿಗ್ತವೆ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಸಮ್ ಅದರ್ ವೇ. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಕೊಟ್ಟಂಗ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ವುಮೆನ್ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇದಾಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಸಮ್ ಅದರ್ ಅರೇಬಿಯನ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಕೋಡ್ ನ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅದು ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಓಕೆ, ಮುಗ್ದೋಯ್ತಾ? ಇಷ್ಟೇನಾ? Don't ignore that article. Go through that article and let me know if any doubts. Okay na? ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇದು ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. What is economically weaker section? Who are all economically weaker section? Those who are not comes under the provision of any category, any ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ್ದೋ SC ST category, sorry OBC, those who are not comes under any reservation, benefit of any reservation. Okay, the leftover caste or leftover society or leftover categories are considered as the EW. Yes, okay na? So to provide reservation based on the economy, okay, this EWS central government has amended the got the 103 Amendment Act. Okay na? So 103 Amendment of the Constitution has given the reservation, okay, to the economically weaker section of the society, those who are not comes under the any reservation provision. Okay na? So ನಾತರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಸ್ ಪರ್ ದಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದಿ EWS ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ, ಬಿಫೋರ್ 103 ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನಲ್ ಅಮೆಂಡ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಓಕೆ, ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಮೆಂಡ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ರಿಸರ್ವೇಶನ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ caste, not based on the economy. Okay na? This is depart from the economic the caste basis to the economic basis. So that's why it is under the violation of the basic structure of the constitution or not. And also illi second question ಏನಿದ್ದದ್ದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so this 10% giving of the 10% reservation to the economically weaker section is against the limit fixed by the central Supreme Court in Indra Shenoy case. ಎಷ್ಟು ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು? Okay, 50%. 50, if it is breaching the 50% or not. If yes, it is breaching the 50% limit which was fixed by the Indra Shenoy case in 1992. So that's why it is the violation of the basic structure, and we took somebody has went to the Supreme Court. Okay now, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ two questions have been risen. One is So one is basic structure. How it is basic structure? Depart from the basic structure means in a constitution till before the amendment of the constitution means 103 constitutional amendment ಬರೋದಿಕ್ ಮುಂಚೆ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ in constitution has given the provision to only given from in the terms of the caste. Constitution has provision to provide reservation only based on the caste. Okay, so that is against the principle established by the constitution. How instead of giving based on the caste, it is giving the based on economic section, economic capacity of a person. So that's why it is under the question whether it is a violation of the basic structure or not. This is one thing. Okay na. Second question ಇಲ್ಲಿ arise ಆಗಿರೋದು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ this is breaching the limit fixed by the Supreme Court. How much? 50% limit. Okay na. So this breaching of the 50% limit fixed by the Supreme Court through Indra Shanai case. Okay na. So this breaching is also against the direction of the Supreme Court. Hence it is against the basic structure of the constitution. It is null and void anbiಟ್ಟು ಏನಾಗಿದ್ರು certain section of the society has went to the Supreme Court. Okay na. So recently Supreme Court constitutional bench has given its verdict. Okay na. With the majority means 2:3 majority, the constitution bench has given its verdict. Okay na. What is constitutional bench? Okay, 5-member bench idare. Minimum judges to decide any matter is 5 member. Okay na. That bench is called constitutional bench. It doesn't mean constitution has established that particular chair and it has put ಆತರ ಅಲ್ಲ. Minimum number of judges to decide any matter, that is 5 members. If it is more than 5 members, yes, it is also constitutional bench. Okay, but minimum member 5 judges should be there to decide the matter. That bench is called constitutional bench. Okay na. So illi constitutional bench has given its verdict with 2:3 majority. So 2:3 majority means 3 members has given verdict. Yes, it is under the basic structure of the constitution. It has not violated the basic structure of the constitution anbiಟ್ಟು 3 member yes ಅಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 2 members ಏನು ಅಂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ? Yes, it is the violation of the basic structure, okay, of the constitution ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Not in direct, it is completely violation ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. Certain provisions are acceptable, but certain provisions are not acceptable ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay na. Yes. Can somebody read? I will explain. Okay na. ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಒಬ್ರು ಓದಿ ನಾನು explain ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Yes.
A constitution bench of the Supreme Court on Monday in a 3:2 majority decision.
Okay.
The validity of the 103rd constitutional amendment, which provides 10% reservation in government jobs and educational institution to the economical.
So EWS ಯಾವುದು government job and educational institution, not only in education institution but also in government jobs. Okay na. Next.
Society but excludes the poorest of among scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, socially and educationally backward classes and other backward classes.
Okay. So ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್. ಓಕೆ, ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ನಾನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರಿ. ನಾನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ತಾನೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದಿ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ವೀಕರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್. Okay, what about economic weaker section are present in category society or not? In category also economically weaker section of society is available, right? Okay, in SC, ST and OBC, economically weaker section of society is available or not? Okay, so the question is, ಇಲ್ಲಿ question ಇದ್ದದ್ದು economically weaker section ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, these economically weaker section are limited to only non-reserved categories, or it is also applicable to reserved categories. Why? Because you are giving the reservation based on the economy as the criteria. But what about in OBC, SC, ST? Those in that category also economical weaker sections are available, right? So if you are not considering that person, this will lead to the imbalance. How it is lead to the imbalance? Means because of some reason, because those who are not comes under the reservation category, those are society in class in society they are upper. Why? Because take example of the ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರಿ, ಎನಿ ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರಿ ಯಾವ್ದು? ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ ಏನ್ಕೆ ಇವನ್ ಇನ್ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ ಮೆನಿ member of the society having the below poverty level, yes, but compared to other section of society OBC, SC, ST, okay na, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ these Brahmin section or other higher category section, it is not my word, okay, it is not my word, I am giving interpretation. Okay, don't think Ravi sir ಏನ್ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ. This is not my word. Everything is under this article. Okay na? Even each and every point, even single point is not my opinion. This is only this one. I am just interpreting. Okay na? Don't take it. Okay, any personal. Why? Because ಇದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಕಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಪಡೆಯೋದು ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ. Only I am explaining what is this article. Okay na? Don't offend me. Okay, so coming to ವಾದ ಏನಿರೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ suppose you are telling yes economically they are weaker, but in our India all these social evils like untouchability, discrimination, social discrimination is mainly because of the upper caste only. No, in terms of ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ exclusion, social boycott. Okay na, these are practices are because of the dominance of the upper caste, and also because of the dominance, even though they are in numbers, so they are very very low, but less idru kuda in society they are in upper position. Why? Because of their status. How now you are telling they are having the backward class, means BPL, below the poverty level idare anta heltidira. But if you consider other section of society, for example, in education wise, upper caste ಏನಿದೆ 3 or 4th generation back itself, they are well educated. Correct or not? Means it is not my word. This is okay na, 3 or 4th generation back. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, before independence itself, they have well educated. What about other section like SC, ST and OBC? Now ಇವಾಗ ಏನ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, this is the second generation. Only first generation ಇದೆ. This first generation after independence, so first generation is not well educated. For example, go to your parents, they are grandparents, have they educated, well educated? No, but in upper caste, it is previously before independence itself, they have well educated. Got it? So that's why, because of the well education, they know how to get the opportunity, they know how to score the marks. Why? Because of the education, by basic education itself they are very strong. That's why they are getting the high score and they are getting the good job. That is the vada. Okay, argument. It is not my argument. Okay na? Why? Because if you come to the SC, ST and OBC, even in the second generation also in rural areas, still they are facing difficulty to get the required education, and also still rural areas. Okay, leave OBC, SC, ST section, still they are facing the discrimination based on the caste. Okay na, based on their position. Okay na, how riti, even still they are facing the social boycott, not only by Brahmins, other upper caste also, even some OBC criteria, OBC caste also discriminating the SC, ST. Correct or not? Okay, this is the thing happening in our society, and this is not my word. Okay na? So ee reeti id madirodrinda, so why can't you give reservation to this category also under EWS ಅನ್ನೋದು question ಇದ್ದದ್ದು. Okay na? Any doubt in this? Each and even single word is not my opinion. Okay, is this clear? ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಆಮೇಲೆ ನನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೋಪ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ. ನಂದು ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರ 100% ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿ, 200% ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿ, ಏನೋ ಕಿತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನನಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ನಂದು ಏನಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಷ್ಟೇ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೈ ವರ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಹಾ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ನಿಮ್ದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
Yes, sir.
ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್. ಹಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಓದಪ್ಪ. ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಈ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ನೇ ಓದು. ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಎಸ್.
This is Dinesh Pankaj and Trivedi and JB Redwala delivered the majority opinions on 5 joint bench to the Iran or long session.
ಓಕೆ,
Chief Justice U. Lalit on his last working day and Justice is nothing but gave the minority view which justice were but others
ಓಕೆ,
on whether such a reservation on the sole basis of economic criterion violated the basic structure of the constitution.
ಸೊ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ 5916 ಆಸ್ ಪ್ರಾವಿಷನ್, ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ 5916 ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ 3 ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದಿ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ರೈಟ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ 5916 has given the reservation criteria based on the positive discrimination based on the caste. Okay, means based on the society. Okay, based on the strata, means hierarchy, in which hierarchy they are present in the society ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು. ಓಕೆನಾ, ನಾಟ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಎಕಾನಮಿ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಸೋಲ್ ಕ್ರೈಟೀರಿಯಾ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ರಿಸರ್ವೇಶನ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕಾನಮಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್.
Justice Maheshwari took the expansive view that reservation was an instrument of fundamental action by the state and should not be confined to the SCs, SCBCs and the non-criminal
Okay.
of the OBs.
ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, 1BV ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಫೈನ್ಡ್, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡೆಡ್, ಇಟ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡೆಡ್ ಎನಿ sole criteria like economic criteria as the reservation, but other judges, majority judges criteria, this reservation, what are all the provision provided under the reservation constitution is not limited to the SC, ST, OBC. That constitution is not only because of the, only for the SC, ST and OBC. This constitution is for all. Each and every individual in the country is having the equal rights of the constitution. That's why by providing reservation apart from constitution, caste as a criteria, economic criteria is also one of the provision. It can be implemented by making amendment in the constitution. That's why it is not the violation of the basic structure of the constitution. Why? Because this constitution is not only limited to the SC, ST and other OBC. This is constitution for each and every individual of the country. ಅನ್ನೋದು ಯಾವ್ದ್ರದ್ದು, ಇವ್ರದ್ದು ಜಸ್ಟಿಸ್ ದಿನೇಶ್ ಮಹೇಶ್ ಅವ್ರದ ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್. ಓಕೆನಾ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೈ ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್. ದೆನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್.
But also include any class of sections.
Okay, those who are disadvantaged. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಎಸ್.
Disadvantages as to answer the description of weaker section.
Okay.
Justice Trivedi noted that the legislature understands and appreciates the need of its own people.
So ಇದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, it is the duty of the government, it is the duty of the government to implement the development scheme which are required for the upbringing, means in order to bring the society into the upper strata. It is the duty of the government, and hence it is the part of the legislature to understanding the need of the people. So that's why it is need for the weaker section, those who are not comes under the OBC, SC, ST. For them it is the need to make them economically stronger. Because why? Because they are weaker in terms of economic. Even though they are in upper caste, they are also comes under the below poverty level. So it is the duty of the government to bring them, to give the provision for them to bring into the mainstream. ಇದು ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು? ಇವರು ತ್ರಿವೇದಿ ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಎಸ್.
three judges, the majority held that reservation on economic criteria alone did not violate the basic.
So it is not the violation of the basic structure of the constitution. Okay. Yes. Coming to page 10. Please don't offend me. It is not my word. If you want, you can go to appeal. Okay. Get proper means any other judgment. It is not my word. Yes. Next.
If their minority viewed, but and Chief Justice Lalit held that so quota on basis of economic deprivation, destitution, and poverty was per se permissible or valid and even constitutionally indefensible.
Okay, one ನಿಮಿಷ ನೋಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ನೋಡಿ means quota basis of the economic deprivation, destitution and poverty is not constitutionally, it is not impermissible, it is permissible. Constitution itself has given the permission. Why? Because under DPSP is for the economic social welfare benefit of the society. Okay na, DPSP kottide tane under article 38 to 39 it has given the social justice. What is the meaning of social justice? Economic provision is also comes under the one of the social justice, comes under the DPSP ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? economic political. Correct? Social justice kodre ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? economic justice, political justice. Okay, these are all comes under the, even DPSP is also given the provision in order to implement the economy as the criteria for the reservation. Even preamble also given. Why? Because in terms of the social justice, it is the duty of the social justice, so economic justice, and political justice. So all these factor under the DPSP. So that's why sole criteria as the economy is not the violation of the constitution. Okay, so ಇವರು ಹೇಳಿರೋದು ಏನು, even in majority view they have accepted economic, based on the economy as the criteria, giving the reservation. Constitution is not debarred for the legislature to give the reservation based on the economy as the criteria. So even though in majority view also they have accepted. Correct alva? That is the thing. Quota basis on the economic deprivation, destitution, poverty per se permissible. That is permissible in the constitution. How? In DPSP it has been provided under article 30. Even the preamble is not a legally justiciable agilla andru kuda preamble helps in the court how to make a judgment, to decide the judgment. Preamble has not given any power to the government. Correct? It is not a source for the government. Okay, but while deciding the matter, judges can take a preamble as the reference. For example, illo kuda economic justice. What is the economic justice? Giving the rights to them, giving the provision for the development of the economic, those who are under the below poverty level, even though they are in higher category. Okay, that is to bring the economic upbringing of the society. Got it? Yes.
Considering of socially and education disadvantaged classes, including the SC, SC, OBC, SCBC communities, on the ground that they are already enjoy the benefits of pre-existing 50% reservation on the basis of their caste and class origins would amount to heaping injustice based on their past disability.
So minority view ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, yes, you are giving the reservation, that is correct, based on the economy as the criteria. Why? Because constitution has provided. But you are leaving others, those who are already enjoying the benefit of the category. Okay na? So reservation, those who are already enjoying the reservation. So by taking that as the criteria to exclude those person, it is against the principle of the natural justice. Why? Because it is depart from the previous view. Like caste is the sole criteria ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. It is the depart from the previous view. ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ means disability, past disability based on the ಯಾವ್ದು caste, it is depart from that view ಅನ್ನೋದು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. So ಇದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು, even in minority view also they are not against the giving reservation based on the economy, but they are against only giving to the those who are not comes under the reservation. For them it is giving, for excluding the others is opposable. for excluding the others, like those who are already enjoying the benefit, excluding them under this law is opposable, but giving the reservation to the weaker, economically weaker section is not opposable. Why? Because Constitution doesn't say you won't give to reservation, you won't give reservation to any economically weaker section, and Constitution doesn't mention. Yes, you can give, but leaving others is against the principle established, well established principle based on the in yado untouchability or caste ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆಗಿದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಯಾರು ಹೇಳೋದು? ಮೈನಾರಿಟಿ ವ್ಯೂ. ಸೊ ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ಬೋತ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ವ್ಯೂ ಈಸ್ ಗುಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ರಿಸರ್ವೇಶನ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಎಕಾನಮಿ ಆಫ್ ದಿ criteria. Even in majority view also they are good, they are okay for the giving reservation based on the economy as the criteria, but they are against only excluding of the other category. Okay na? Yes.
Is it such an exclusion was simply Orwellian, as the government statistics itself shows that the bulk of economic deprived section of the society belong to SC, ST, CBC, OBC.
So ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ even though in higher caste they are economically weaker, but in education purpose, some other purpose, still they are forward compared to other section of the society. Why? Because after independence, second generation is getting the education, third generation is getting the jobs in the government era in lower caste galale, whereas in upper caste before independence itself they well educated and they got the jobs. That's why compared to upper caste, in lower caste this economically weaker section is very high. So yes, you can give economy as a criteria, but you have to add this other backward class and SC ST people, those who are under the economically weaker section, you should add anta ಹೇಳೋದು ಇದು. So ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? Yes, it is correct, that is not the violation, but you have to add other ಆ ತರ add ಮಾಡದೇ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ because of exclusion of these SCI ST and OBC, it is unconstitutional ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. Not as a economy as a criteria ಅನ್ನೋದು, it is not opposable by the any judges of the Supreme Court. Okay na? Got it? Yes.
38% of the population, ST is 48.4%.
Don't think SC ST overall population is not 38%, only 18% ಇರೋದು. But within that 18% ಏನು, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 1.2 ಬಿಲಿಯನ್ ಇದೆ, 120 ಕೋಟಿ, in 1.2 ಬಿಲಿಯನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 18% ಅಂದ್ರೆ how much? 24, around 20 crores. Correct? Around 20 crores ಅಲ್ಲಿ 38% ಏನಿದೆ? Around 20 crores of the SC population, 38% of the population is economically weaker. What about in ST population? ST population is around 8%. Okay, 8.6 means around 9 to 10 crores ಬರುತ್ತೆ. In this 9 to 10 crores, around 5 crores people, 5 crore SC ST people comes under the economically weaker section. Comes to this OBC. In OBC, around 37% is comes under the weaker section. What about in upper caste? Only 5% is weaker section. So that's why you have to make a criteria by considering those who are already enjoying the benefit of the reservation should be comes under the EWS quota based on the economy of the criteria. Another this minority judgment view, but it is not opposing the economy as the criteria for giving the reservation. Got it? Yes.
The petitioners had argued that the exclusion of SC, ST, SCBC, OBC had left only the middle class among the forward caste, drawing less than 8 lakh as annual family income to the benefits of the EWS social or identity or origins struck at the essence of the non-discriminatory rule.
Okay na? Next.
Destroyed the equality code of the constitution.
Okay. So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? According to Justice Bhattu, ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಇವರು ಲಲಿತ್ and Justice Bhattu, these two judges are giving the minority view. Okay na? ಅವ್ರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಏನು? While excluding this, it is against the principle of the non-discriminatory rule. Okay, and also equality code of the constitution. Equality code of the constitution means you have to bring equal to each and every person. Okay, either you are suppose you are the weaker section, you have to come into the mainstream by giving equality, like providing job, okay, by giving reservation based on your caste because of the past discrimination ಅನ್ನೋದು equality ಬರುತ್ತದು, ಓಕೆನಾ. ಬಟ್ ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಮಿನೇಟಿಂಗ್, ಓಕೆನಾ. ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಬೈ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಎಕಾನಮಿ ಆಸ್ ದಿ ಸೋಲ್ ಕ್ರೈಟೀರಿಯಾ ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಕಾನಮಿ, ಬೈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ the already enjoying the benefit, excluding them, it is against the principle of the equality code of the constitution. This is discrimination, another minority view. Got it? Yeah.
Of society were already socially and educationally backward and subjected to discrimination.
Okay na? Further iದೇನಾಗತ್ತೆ, hostility ತಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Why? Because your benefit is given to some other. Okay na? That's why instead of enjoying you, it is given to some other, means it is lead to the further hostile, means further forcefully taking back your benefit and giving to some other person ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it is discriminating, further enlarged discrimination ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇವರ opinion. Got it? Yeah.
The court for the first time in 7 decades of the republic has sanctioned and only exclusively and discriminatory principle. He referred pointedly to the majority opinions. Our constitution does not speak the language of exclusion.
Okay na? So ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 7 decade republic sanctioned the avoidly exclusively discrimination principle. Exclusory discriminatory principle means ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ exclusion of the society based on the economy. It was not provided, it was not enforced or used in the last 7 decades by the constitution. For the first time this is using, how means excluding the certain section of society even based on the economy, instead of considering their socially backwardness, only they are considering the economically backwardness ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇದ್ರದು. Okay na? Yes.
He said the poorest of poor among SC, ST, OBC, SCBC had been kept out of CWS quota on the delusion that they benefit from the existing 50% reservation and were thus somehow more fortunate. The government justice was but said believed that including AC, ST, OBC, SCBC members in the CWS quota would bestow them a double benefit.
Okay.
Reservation should not be a free pass to equal opportunity for these backward classes in noted, but as a reparative and compensatory mechanism to level the field for those crippled by certain cities.
So yeah, government ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, already we have given the reservation to those who are SC, ST and OBC. That's why if you are giving the reservation, means it will give amounts to the double benefit, and also it is like a free pass to the already those are already enjoying the benefit another government vada, but it is against lead to the social stigma another minority view iradu. Okay na? Yes.
But justice clearly countered that the 103rd amendment only created a separate class of EWS without affecting the special rate of reservation provided to SCBC.
So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಯಾವ್ದು, ಬ್ರೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ 50% ರಿಸರ್ವೇಶನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದಿತ್ತು ತಾನೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಬ್ರೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ 50% ರಿಸರ್ವೇಶನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ದಿ ಜಡ್ಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಸ್ ಪರ್ ದಿ ಜಡ್ಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ it is not breaching of the 50% reservation. Why? Because here it is not taking away any reservation provided by the constitution government, means within the 50% of the reservation, means SC some percent, ST some percent and OBC some percent is already enjoying the benefit. This benefit is not taken away by the government. This benefit is given only, this 10% extra is given to already those who are not enjoying the benefit, for them it is given. Why? Because they are ಈ 50% benefit ಏನಿತ್ತು, means sorry 50% non-reservation seats ಏನಿತ್ತು, this 50% non-reservation seats is enjoyed by whom? Those who are away from the, those who are excluded from the reservation category. That's why it is giving already those who are enjoying the non-reservation 50% benefit, it is giving to in that section, means 100%. Okay na? 50% for reservation. Okay na?
10%.
Then here 50% non-reservation. Okay, so this non-reservation comes under for higher caste. Okay na? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ 10%, this 10% ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ EWS ಹೋಗಿದೆ. Got it? This 10% is going for the EWS. So that's why this 50% is not changing. So that's why it is not breaching the 50% reservation. Here this 10% is given because this 10% is enjoyed by whom? Non-reserved categories. This 10% is mainly because of the given to the non-reserved category, plus these fellows also enjoying this 50% reservation, right? These fellows is enjoying the 50%. This fellow 50 plus this 50. Got it? But this is this in this 50%, only 10% is giving. Only 10% is giving. It is not affecting any of the this 50% criteria. So here these fellows, non-reserved categories are enjoying the seats, are getting the seats from this 50%. In this 50%, why? Because it is dedicated, not only dedicated, it is for the non-reserved categories. Apart from reserved categories, non-reserved categories also getting the seat from this 50%. In this 50%, only 10% is reserved for the in non-reserved categories for weaker section, economically weaker section. In this 50% is reserving. It means it is not violating the 50% reserve criteria. This is 50 non-reserved 50% is given is enjoyed by the non-reserved categories plus these reserved categories. Okay, so in this non-reserved category already enjoying the 50%. In this 50%, 10% is considering for the keep it for the in that non-reserved categories economically weaker section. So that's why it is not affecting any 50% reservation. So that's why it is not the violation of the judgment of the Supreme Court. Got it? Artha aita? Any doubt in this? Okay. So illi we are not taking the any 50% seats which are given to the reserved category. Instead of taking, we are giving, means those are which is already provided. In that provision, we are giving the horizontal reservation. Okay na? Got it? In vertical reservation, 50% is already available. If you go to the non-reserved 50% seat, we are making horizontal reservation. So in that horizontal reservation, 10% is reserved for the EWS. Next remaining 40% will be enjoyed by the both Euro Mate enjoy martar. Got it? Any doubt in this? Yes. Next. Okay. Yes. ಇದೊಂದು ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. Okay. Yes. Next.
The amendment certainly cannot be termed as stopping and unscrupulous travesty of equal justice, just as equals cannot be treated as unequals, unequals cannot be treated equally.
Okay. ಯಾವ article?
44.
Okay. Yes. This one you can study in detail in polity. Okay. In order to explain what are all equals, so what are unequals, so it will take longer time. Okay na?
Justice Maheshwari dismissed the argument that the percent EWS quota would reach the ceiling limit of 50% on reservation.
Got it?
He said the 50% would formed by Supreme Court in Indra Shenoy judgment in 1992 was not flexible. Further, it had applied only to SC, ST, SCBC, OBC communities and not the general category.
Okay. So adartha eno, it was not inflexible, it is flexible. Extend madilla.
In his spirited dissent, Justice Bhatt responded that permitting breach of 50% limit will become a gateway for further infractions and result in compartmentalization.
Okay na?
The issue.
Okay na? So ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ both ways, means ಇದು inflexible ಒಬ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ yes it will lead to further compartment ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, means 100% will go to the reservation ಆಗತ್ತೆ. Okay na? ಆ ರೀತಿ ಇದಿರೋದು. Okay. So this is, and also this has implication in state government. How? Because already Karnataka breached 56%. Okay. So it is having this some implication. Further judgment ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು. Okay na? ಈ judgment ಇನ್ನು ಯಾರು ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ once it become law, then only they will go for the court. That is different. That is different, not for this one. Okay, na? Okay, guys, we'll meet tomorrow. So go through
Okay,
this
sir.
articles again. If any doubt, okay, na? Nale discuss madana. Okay.
Okay.